It's Shira here from What's Trending, and the popular beauty convention, Beautycon, has been shut down due to unfortunate financial struggles. The health and beauty company was officially founded by Jonathan Burford, Marina Curry, and Moj Madara back in 2011. It quickly became the go-to event and a global community bringing together content creators, celebs, fans, and brands in fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. The company, also known as Beautycon Media, said that their mission was to challenge traditional beauty standards and redefine what beauty really means. They also embrace imperfections and the non-traditional, both inside and out, with a focus on featuring innovators of all ages, races, and identities. In their near decade-long existence, they had grown the company and raised nearly $11 million from big names in companies like A&E Networks, Hearst, L'Oreal, and social media star Bethany Mota, among others. They also definitely took advantage of social media, reaching millions with their message. And their convention would feature motivational panels featuring the likes of Tyra Banks, Kehlani, and Kim Kardashian, as well as meet and greets with social media stars. And they've also been newsmakers. This video of a woman confronting Priyanka Chopra about the conflict between India and Pakistan garnered international attention and over 4 million views.
You are a UNICEF ambassador for peace, and you're encouraging nuclear war against Pakistan. There's no winner in this.
In a New York Times article in 2018, journalist Elizabeth Holmes gave her insider take about what she learned at Beautycon, where everyone wants to be extra. She shared the Beautycon look is not a specific style, but rather a display and an appreciation of effort. She even discussed the importance of being reminded that it's okay to look however you want and that it's okay to be yourself. One Beautycon panel is called Redefining Masculinity, questioning what does it mean to be a real man. It was about creating a new standard for beauty outside of the binary and owning that without judgment. And that was really the beauty of Beautycon. Also in 2018, as Instagram-worthy experiences like the Museum of Ice Cream were getting tons of success, Beautycon decided to move into that very space with Beautycon Pop, an experimental pop-up store in Los Angeles. The company opened up a 25,000 square foot, 8-room space that featured designs like a prism powder room and confidence runway. The venue also included a community hall, salon, and retail store. At $35 a ticket, many wondered if this was going to be a big new business. At the time, I actually thought this was a brilliant idea. And while it did get a ton of buzz, press, and celeb appearances, it didn't last long. A year later, in 2019, The Wrap reported that Beautycon had begun letting go some of the team. An insider with knowledge of the company said that the layoffs constituted 60% of Beautycon's staff, with just 25 full-time employees remaining. According to the insider, Beautycon had also delayed payments to talent like Kehlani, Chris Brown, and SZA for brand deals because they were $150,000 over budget from their previous events at the Los Angeles Convention Center. The spokesperson for Beautycon said that the delay in payments was just not accurate and that they were in the process of their post-festival reconciliation and continue to pay their talent, who have been more than patient. We have always paid our talent, they added. The spokesperson also said the company was planning for a big 2020 with both Beautycon Los Angeles and Beautycon New York City. And of course, we know how that ends up. Beautycon was one of the live event companies really hit hard because of the pandemic and the cancellation of in-person events across the board. And because of this, according to Yahoo News, the company has now made the decision to shut down and have the website go offline, co-founder and CEO Moj Madara now gone, all staffers laid off, and its assets to be sold off to Richelieu Dennis's Essence Ventures in a foreclosure sale. And that the financial crunch escalated earlier this year as Beautycon made plans to file for bankruptcy, according to 4 individuals with knowledge of the company. So is this all surprising? Unfortunately, not so much. It is so challenging to create a company this day and age for the digital space. Events, of course, have been huge. We've seen a bubble in this social media star world. But with the pandemic, I mean, you would have needed a miracle to happen to continue a company like this. Or they would have had to just lean down and have a huge pivot and stay quiet until we get out of this mess. Kirby Johnson, co-host of the Los Angeles podcast, shared, Beautycon from an editor standpoint was a mess. They often only offered access to the event if coverage was promised. But I also heard from talent and creators how horrendously run it was and how poorly people were treated. Just as an FYI, What's Trending, and I've been in this space for over a decade, Moj has always been very supportive of the company and of me and has always invited us to the events to cover, or just me as a VIP to hang out. So I'll always be very grateful for that. So I actually never experienced what some of these people are saying. Rob Bryan tweeted, "Sad but not shocked to hear about the foreclosure of Beautycon. For years, they've been struggling with rumors of financial hardships, poor leadership, and failed ventures, but to see it come to an official close is sad." And Bren added, "Used to work for Beautycon, and honestly, only surprised it took this long for this to happen. Every terrible story about it being toxic AF you've heard is true." It's really unfortunate to see all these reactions coming up. That said, me personally being in the space for over a decade, Moj and Beautycon have always been really supportive of What's Trending. We've been invited as press to the events. I've been invited as VIP, and I never experienced anything bad there. So what do you think about all this and the end of Beautycon? Let us know at What's Trending on social media. I'm Shira Lazar. We'll see you soon.